Hey, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video, and today we'll be going over Palantir Technologies, ticker symbol PLTR. Now, Palantir has a $1.67 billion contract with the UK government, and this is a huge contract for Palantir, and we'll be going over how much of that $1.67 billion they will actually be receiving, as well as all of the other details regarding that contract. We'll also be going over how Cathie Wood has been loading up on more shares of Palantir in her ARK K ETF. And we'll also be going over their Q1 earnings date and how that will be a huge catalyst for Palantir and Palantir's share price. So you'll definitely want to keep your eye out for that. That is a lot of information to go over on Palantir. So if you have any interest in Palantir, you're definitely going to want to stick around and hear more about that. But before we get into any of that information, if you guys enjoy this content, please drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos, and I also have my new Discord server linked down below, and this is a community all about trading, investing, and stocks. So if you have any interest in any of those things, go ahead, join the community using my link down below. I also have a Webull link down below where if you sign up, put in $100, you can receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600, guys, and I get some free stocks with that as well. So that is a good way for you to support the channel as well as get some free money for yourselves. So if you have any interest in that, go ahead and use that link down below. But with all of that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay guys, we are here on the daily chart for Palantir on TradingView, and I want to go over some of the recent price action to give you guys a better idea of where the share price of Palantir is and where I see it headed in the future. So taking a little closer look, we had a really green day yesterday, coming up almost 4%, and now we are retesting this resistance, and it looks like today in the pre-market we will be coming up above this resistance to head into this new zone. So we'll be coming up above our 2270 resistance, and at this time it will now be a support for us to bounce off of. As you can see in past price action, we have wicked down to the support multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now this is a pretty strong support for us to use to go forward, and we can retest this resistance here at 2382. We also have the 50 EMA coming down to test in these areas as well. So hopefully we can get a break above that 50 EMA and then continue to use that as a support as well. We have had trouble in the past breaking above, as you can see right here. So it would be very good for the share price of Palantir to get a break above the 50 EMA. We can also see our RSI indicator is heading out of more oversold territory and heading into a kind of median area with this bullish candle moving up. So we should continue to keep our eye on the RSI as well. Let's get into our first catalyst, being Palantir's Q1 earnings date. So if we come over here, we can see that the Q1 earnings date for Palantir is estimated to be May 18th, 2021. Now, this date is not confirmed. However, this is Zacks Investments Research estimated date for Palantir based on their previous dates for their earnings. Now, their earnings will be a huge catalyst for Palantir. We should expect to see a pretty big run up in share price leading up into the announcement, and then we should see a sell-off based on after the announcement. A sell the news event is what we will see after the announcement. So make sure that you know when this date actually does come out, and if any of you have heard of a confirmed date, please drop it down in the comments below for the rest of us to see as well. But just so that you are aware, this will be a huge catalyst for the share price of Palantir. With that being said, let's get into this new contract for Palantir and the details regarding it. So coming over here, we can see that this contract is with the UK government for back office software. Now, this was published on the 20th of April 2021. Awarded opportunity. This means that the contract has been awarded to a supplier. So what that means is that this contract is a done deal, confirmed. This has already been given out to these companies. Coming down a little bit further, we can see again that the location of the contract is in the United Kingdom. The value of this contract is $1.2 billion. Billion British pounds. However, once you convert that to US dollars, that is where we get the $1.67 billion, guys. So that is a huge amount of money for Palantir. It's a huge amount of money for any company. So again, scrolling down, we can get some of the details of this contract. So it says here, Crown Commercial Service has established an appropriate contracting route for the provision of back office software to be used by central government departments and all other UK public sector bodies, including local authorities, health, police, fire and rescue, education, and devolved administrations. The back office software framework agreement provides a route to market for organizations wishing to purchase software subscriptions and license support for back office systems direct from software vendor. There is one lot covering the following: enterprise resource planning, human capital management, financial accounting, procurement reporting, customer relationship management, workflow technologies, content services, service portal, integration software, support and maintenance for these services. So this is very good for Palantir to get one of these contracts that does not have anything to do with the pandemic. A lot of naysayers of Palantir believe that they only get contracts related to the pandemic, and that is where most of their revenues come from. So I personally love to see Palantir getting contracts revolving around other things related to data, and helping out these governments with all of this data is very good as well, because government contracts are basically giving them a floor for revenue. Because this contract is for the next 3 to 5 years, this is huge for Palantir, and it gives them a floor of revenue during that time. Now, scrolling down a little bit further, we can see how many contracts were actually awarded to suppliers. So we have 31 different suppliers here for the total value of this contract. Now, the 31 different suppliers, if we break this out, expecting them to get an even split of this value, we can expect each company to get around $50 to $53 million, guys. So that is a huge amount of money. It is not the most amount of money that Palantir has been given for a contract, but this still is a substantial amount of revenue for Palantir. Palantir has not come out and said anything about this contract. We have not seen any words from them or any tweets or anything like that. But I think with these contracts that we've been seeing from Palantir coming out, it'll be very interesting to see how their earnings reflects all of these different revenues from these contracts. So I do believe that the earnings will be huge for Palantir from their Q1 earnings. Alright guys, let's go over and discuss how Cathie Wood and ARK Invest has been adding Palantir more and more to their ETFs. So coming over here, we can see Cathie Wood's ARK Invest buys over 1.1 million shares of Palantir. One ARK exchange traded fund run by PLTRStock, Cathie Wood, bought over 1.1 million shares of Palantir Technologies on Tuesday, as the prices of this ETF traded down over 1% in Tuesday's session. The ETF is up well over 100% in the last year. Now, the ETF that they were discussing that Cathie Wood has been adding Palantir to is the ARK ETF. She has bought 1,146,771 shares of Palantir on that Tuesday. So this has been showing us that Cathie Wood really believes in Palantir. She has said in the past that as these certain high growth stocks continue to get down to more discounted prices, she will be adding her most high conviction stocks to these ETFs. And we have seen her continuously add Palantir to these ETFs like we saw on ARK. We know that Cathie Wood and this ARK team is very, very smart. They have shown us in the past with all of their ETFs that they can really pick stocks that are going to grow rapidly. And we've seen this in the numbers. Like this article said, this ETF is up well over 100% in the last year. So I really believe with Cathie that as prices start to get more discounted with Palantir, we should be adding to our positions, because this is now a long-term hold with Palantir. I see this as a hold for the next 5 to 10 years, and I could see this potentially hitting $100 in the future. However, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice, so everything I do and say on this channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please do your own due diligence and trade based off your own opinions. But to reiterate my point, I am very long-term bullish on Palantir and see this as a $100 stock in the next 5 to 10 years. But that is all the information that I had for you guys today on Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. If you guys enjoyed this video and you found some value in this content, go ahead, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos, and also I have my Discord server linked down below, along with my Webull link, where if you sign up, put in $100, you can receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600, guys, and I get some free stocks along with that as well. So that is a good way for you to support this channel, along with getting some free money for yourselves. But with all of that being said, I hope you have an excellent day, get some gains in the market, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.